Hey y'all, I have got a box here where I can make a couple sand and water candles. So let's see what is on the inside here. Got a goodie bag. And here are the glass jars, or the little bowls. So we've got like a little square round bowl. They are glass. Now this is for children 8 and up. So be sure that if you get these kits for your children, to supervise them. There's the other bowl. Cute little vase-like look. A little adorable. I love how that's shaped. Almost looks like a mixing bowl. Okay. Here's the instructions, which I can pretty well more likely say what to do. Let's see here. So in preparation, you should organize your supplies away from carpeting and upholstery on a suitable working area such as a kitchen table with a sink nearby. Always cover your work area with scrap paper to protect it. Some additional items are needed, such as a pair of scissors for cutting the wick, a toothpick for pattern making, and a bottle of water for easier pouring into the votives. Here's our scissors. And let's see. Okay, it says to cut the wick into 1 inch. Alright. Design your candle. To begin, pick a votive. Begin by cutting off a small corner of the plastic sandbags for easy pouring. Pick a sand color and pour sand in the bottom of the votive. Then pick another color and add another layer of sand in the new color. Make layers of sand in different thickness and colors. So that's easy. You can also use the funnel to get a smooth and even pour. With a toothpick, push sand down towards edges to make patterns. Use the seashells to decorate the candles by carefully placing and arranging the seashells in the sand. When you are satisfied with your design, fill a bottle with water. Hold the funnel pointed close to the sand and shells, then carefully pour the water slowly into the funnel to cover the sand with water. The sand slowly gets wet and heavy. Only fill water to just below the crease in the votive. Just below the crease. There's not really a crease except for like in this one. The other one is a solid round one. It's time to open the bottle of candle oil and carefully pour the candle oil on top of the water. The oil will stay at the surface. Make sure you cover the whole surface with an oil layer. Cut the wick into a 1 inch long strip and place inside sand. Make sure the wick reaches into the oil, but not as far as to the water. Okay. Hold the funnel pointed close to the sand and shells, then carefully pour the water slowly into the funnel to cover the sand with water. Only fill water to just below the crease in the votive. Leave 1/4 of the votive at the top. Okay, so I have got me some water here, so I'm prepared with that. So we've got our candle oil. We've got green sand. We have pink sand. Red sand. Yellow sand. Blue sand. We have got some shells. Looks like these shells were made to string up. There's holes in them. Actually, the holes may be to help them more or less settle down onto the sand. You know, allows the air bubbles to come up. So, alright. I've got a necklace that has these kind of shells on them. Like those. I have a necklace that has these on them. Okay. Here's our funnel. Cute little funnel. And here is 2 wicks. Appears they're already pre-soaked with some oil. Okay. So let's go on ahead and cut these to 1 inch. Looks like there's plenty of room to do it on one. Okay. We'll throw away the excessive one. Put the other one up. Let's go on ahead and put this over here, because more than likely there'll be leftover sand. Alright, so let's go on ahead and work on this one. Let's see. I think I will use the blue first. Okay, let's go on ahead. Pour just a little bit of blue down in the bottom. Okay. And let's use some green. Oh, a little bit too much there. Opened it a little bit too much. Okay. Some yellow. Okay, now let's put a little bit more blue into that. Just because I don't think the blue will show up all that much. Okay. Yeah. So this is kind of like how that goes. You can see the colors in there. And we'll see, it said to use a toothpick, but let's go on ahead and use this other Rick, because the Ricks are just stiff enough, they'll do it too. So let's kind of just kind of stab around on it, you know. We're not necessarily stirring up the sand or nothing, just kind of poking around on it. Oh, that is kind of pretty. Let me show you what that did. That's kind of pretty. Forgive me, I'm trying to do this almost like a mirror image. Isn't that kind of cool? That's kind of cool. That's what it looks like in the top. Okay, now let's add a little bit of red. We don't need much because we're getting close to the top here. Okay, let's see what that done. Alrighty, so here's like the top. It looks like on the sides here. Alright. Let's go on ahead and lay our shells. These are pretty big shells. You won't be able to place very many into the jars. So we'll add a real pretty teal. We'll add one of these. And we'll add this. See if we can put something else in that. There's a little pink, looks more like a rock than a shell. Okay, so got that. Alright, let's go on ahead and add our water close to the sand, it says. So, man, I'm so shaky here. Certainly doesn't take much, that's for sure. Doesn't take much at all. And the cool thing is, like, the sand is kind of floating up to the top and kind of going all over the seashells. So let's add a couple more shells. I'll add this pretty one right here. I'll kind of put this one toward the center. Kind of like that. And we'll add another one of these. Here's a little one. Put this one over here. There we go. So, there, we got that. In the picture on the box, it makes it look so much larger, you know, so much larger. And I know I didn't add that much water, but apparently it is all down in the sand. So I don't think it can take much more water in there. I wouldn't add no more anyway, because the candle wick cannot go into the water. Okay. Here is the oil, which appears it had been leaking all along, which might explain a little bit. Alright. Gotta have an even coat of the oil. Okay. I can't tell. I'll put a little bit more on here. Certainly want there to be enough oil for that wick. The rate of the oil apparently is pushing the water deeper into the sand. There's bubbles coming up. That can be considered a good thing. It means there won't be any water to mess up the wick. So here we've got it so far, y'all. I'm not going to tip it very much because of the fluids in there, but let me, it just is so that you can look. So there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I didn't have it in the right angle, but yeah, here we go. Okay, turn it back down. So, okay, let's go on ahead and get our wick. not exactly center because of that shell. So I'm going to move the shell just a little bit here. Well, it's supposed to be able to stay up, you know. That was the one thing I couldn't figure out. How it would stay up. You have to get it down into the sand. And how long it will burn, who knows. But here you have it. That's one. That's one right there. I mean, you know, I had to bury it into the sand. So that's one candle. Okay. This time, let's start with a little bit of the pink. Throw away this little trash here. This one may be just a little bit more easier and requiring a little bit more sand because it's more solid round. So we'll put a decent portion here in the bottom. Go on ahead and use some yellow. And we'll use some blue. Use a little bit more pink here. That's interesting. It appears that there may have been a hole in the bag. The sand has got oils in it. So yeah, that bottle was leaking. I've got clumped pink here. It shouldn't be like this. It wasn't like this when I opened it. So I don't get it. I don't understand what that is now. And I did not get any oil on it. Let's go on ahead and pull the dry stuff up here. That's sad. Accidents happen sometimes though. So I'll just go on ahead and do it like that. Give it a wider range. It was coming out dry. And that is just weird. Okay, there we go. Alright, I'm going to use that rig like I did. Kind of smooth out my pink sand here. Now I'm going to kind of just swirl this, more or less. It would do a lot better if that sand wasn't like that. That is weird, because it wasn't. It is very weird. That is very, very, very weird. Okay, we'll just punch the edges down here. Look. I was thinking of it being more swirl, but okay then. Yeah, this is just more or less looking like a slop. Oh well. So we'll just go around and make it look like a slop then. Right? There. Okay. ahead and we'll add the water first this time, and then we'll add the shells. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you can tell that there's some oil in that sand because it's like up on the surface there. Let me use the tissue and I'll saturate some of that water. I ended up pouring too much the first time. So just kind of saturate that. Here we go. Certainly don't want to have too much water, that's for sure. Okay, let's go ahead and add some shells. Put that one here in like the center, even though it won't really be centerized. We'll kind of ruin the wick where it goes, so we'll kind of put it up here like. Now we're going ahead and add our oil. There we go. And we'll put our wick in. Add a little bit more oil to that. Add a little more oil to this one too. Oil is being completely soaked up by the sand. Okay. Yeah, it's more like it. I'm going to use up the oil, that way there's none being wasted. Okay, there we go. Alright. Okay. And this is how this one turned out. Let me turn this so that you can see it better. Here we go. Alright. And there we have it, our water candles. Let me look at this one because I did add more oil. Yes, okay, there. Because we were supposed to have 1/4 of an inch of oil, and we do on both. Awesome. Alright, that completes our water candles, guys. hope that you all had enjoyed watching that, and I will see you later.